I didn't hear the door open, but I heard something breathing inside my room. That's the part that still doesn't make sense to me, because I know for a fact I locked it. I checked it twice, maybe 3 times. The kind of checking you do when something already feels off, but you can't explain why. I was in a town called Red Hollow, sent there for a quick refrigeration job at a closed-down diner that was reopening. Small place, the kind where people stare a second too long when you walk in. I was only supposed to stay 2 nights. The motel they put me in sat right off a quiet road, surrounded by nothing but dead grass in a line of trees that looked too still. 12 rooms, half empty. The office lights flickered when I walked in, and the guy behind the counter barely looked at me when he handed me the key. But as I turned to leave, he said something. "Don't open your door if someone knocks after midnight." No explanation, just that. I laughed it off at the time, figured it was some local paranoia, maybe drunk people wandering around. I wish that's all it was. My room was at the far end, last one on the right, the kind of spot you don't think about until later, when you realize how isolated it is from everything else. Inside, it smelled faintly like something metallic, not strong, just enough to notice. I dropped my bag, turned on the TV for noise, and tried to relax, but I kept catching myself staring at the door, like I expected something to happen. Nothing did, not for a while. Around 10:45, I heard footsteps outside. Slow, uneven. They passed my door, then stopped. I waited for a knock. Nothing. Then the steps continued. I told myself it was another guest, maybe someone drunk, maybe lost. But then, about 5 minutes later, the same footsteps came back, this time slower, and they stopped again, right outside my door. I didn't move, didn't breathe. I just stared at the handle like it might turn on its own. After what felt like forever, the steps faded again. But that wasn't even the worst part. Around midnight, the knocking started. 3 knocks, even, calm, not aggressive, not rushed, just deliberate. I stayed in bed, staring at the ceiling, waiting for it to stop. It didn't. 3 knocks again, same rhythm. I got up slowly and walked to the door. Every step felt too loud. My hands were already shaking, but I didn't know why yet. I leaned in and looked through the peephole. Nothing. Empty walkway. Dim yellow light buzzing overhead. I stayed there for a few seconds longer than I should have, and that's when I noticed something. The light outside flickered, just once, like something had passed in front of it. My chest tightened. I stepped back immediately and locked the deadbolt again, even though it was already locked. That's when I heard it. A faint sound from behind me. Not outside, inside, like someone shifting their weight on the carpet. I turned slowly. The room looked exactly the same. Bed, chair, TV. But something felt wrong. The air felt a little thicker. I told myself I was imagining it until I heard it again. A slow inhale, then a quiet exhale, right near the bathroom. My entire body went cold. I didn't move. I couldn't. My eyes stayed locked on the bathroom door, closed, but not all the way, just slightly cracked open, and I didn't remember leaving it like that. I don't know how long I stood there, but my legs started to feel weak. My mind kept trying to find a normal explanation, but nothing made sense. Then the door moved, just a little, not swinging, just shifting, like something behind it had leaned against it. I staggered backward, grabbing the edge of the dresser to stay upright. My breathing got shallow, fast, and then silence. Complete silence, so quiet I could hear my own heartbeat echoing in my ears. And that's when I realized something worse. The knocking had stopped, because whatever had been outside
wasn't outside anymore. I didn't wait. I grabbed my keys and bolted for the door. My hands slipped trying to unlock it, but I forced it open and ran. Barefoot. Didn't even think about it. I just ran into the parking lot, straight for my truck. But as I reached it, I saw something that made me stop cold. Every single door of my truck was open, slowly creaking in the wind. I hadn't left it like that. I knew I hadn't. Behind me, I heard the motel door open. Not mine, the one next to it. I didn't turn around. I didn't want to see what was stepping out. I jumped into the truck, slammed the door, and locked it. Then I looked up, and for a split second, I saw movement in my rearview mirror. A figure standing in the doorway of my room, completely still, watching. No face I could see, just a shape. I started the engine and drove. Didn't stop, didn't look back again. I left everything behind, my bag, my tools, everything. I didn't go back the next day, didn't answer calls from my job. I just stayed gone. Weeks later, I tried to look the place up online. Couldn't find it. No listing, no photos, nothing. Like it didn't exist. But sometimes, when I'm lying in bed at night, I still hear those 3 knocks. Slow, even, waiting.